Welcome back. This is Sweet Fern Homestead. I'm Hannah and I want to show you what just came in the mail. My fruit trees. These came from Rain Tree Nursery. There's a big old bundle. It should be 8 total. I've got raspberries in here. This is Heritage Raspberry, Fall Gold Raspberry. I've got a cherry, a peach, another raspberry. There should be a loganberry in here too. I may not be able to see. There's a plum. So there should be, let's see, 8 total. There's an apple. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a tag down there that I can't see. They come like this. It's a bare root. And there's a little plastic bag down here, and it's moist. So I ordered these last summer, thinking that they would come in the autumn. We would plant them in the autumn, get our orchard going, and then poof, spring would come and they'd be growing. I used Rain Tree Nursery because James Prigioni talks about Rain Tree Nursery, really likes them. Here's something to consider. You need to pay attention to when your plants ship. I did not. So we have been waiting almost a year for all of our fruit trees. I'll show you what else I got. So there are also 2 elderberries, which are these right here. And I am back and forth on where I'm going to plant them. And then grapes. One little cute grape plant. And then I also have strawberries that need to be planted. I have potatoes that are chitting. I have celery that needs to go in the ground because I do not want to pot it up. I have ranunculus. I'm just giving you a tour since I started talking about it. I have clary sage. That's really pretty. I have violas that need to get in a pot. And then all the rest of the celery. I know it's a lot of celery, but it is. It just is a lot of celery. All right, so that's what's going on in the sunroom. I can't wait until I can be able to serve a meal in here. It's coming. As soon as this wind dies down, we're working on hardening the celery off right now, but I just couldn't even try to put them out today. Can you see? Let's see if you can see the wind. You see the tunnel blowing? I don't know what you can see, but it's just crazy. It's, some of the tulips survived it, some did not. Oh goodness, I have one more thing that has to be planted too. These are all lilies from the lily garden. Again, when you order things like in the summer or the end of summer, and then everything starts to show up in the spring, you've basically been waiting a year for all your things and you forget what you ordered. So these lilies look really good. I opened one up. They were in really good shape. I'm very impressed with this company. I remember the prices being very reasonable. And so I'm just gonna be popping those in. Oh goodness, I don't know where. Somewhere. So we have a lot of planting to do. I do sometimes think, why am I planting an orchard? Why am I investing a whole lot into perennials if we are going to be leaving in 6 or 7 years? And the reason that I come up with is because it matters. These perennial trees, these perennial shrubs, these trees and shrubs that give food matter. And so I may not be here to enjoy too many years of it. I'll get some years of it, but the next family will then have already a sustainable food system, food source in this land. If they don't want it, we'll certainly take the trees with us. We'll take things with us if we're able. If it's a reasonable thing, you know, I can take some parts of what I have here with me, but for the most part, it just, to me, it matters that where we are, where we call home, if we have land, if we have earth, or even if we have like a deck where we could put a pot with a tree, that we do that, that we all start to do that. It will, not only is it about giving me food, it could potentially be food for my community for years, for generations to come. And if I don't plant that now, in another 6-7 years, the family that buys this property, they won't have those trees. They won't be here. And they would then have to put in that time and those resources to then have those trees in 3 or 4 years for themselves. So it just feels like something that I can do for myself and something that I can give to the future. So my answer is because it matters. I am going to plant more peas. My peas did not germinate great. You can see there's like lots of blank spaces. And I also decided, since I only have this very small base to use, I'm gonna go ahead and, even though I have the garlic in here, I'm gonna plant a double row and fill in some of the gaps where the peas didn't germinate. These are the peas here, and you can see there's just like no pea, no pea, no pea, and then a couple peas with a space. I need to just add more. I thought I'd show you what I did in my one more thing momentum day. I got compost on this row. I planted a little calendula that was in a winter sowing jug left over. I got wood chip on this walkway. I got wood chip on this walkway, in between the fava beans and what will eventually be tomatoes. I'll probably plant some lettuce or something down there just to work the soil in the meantime. And then I got this row started. I went down and I got the straw in the middle, and I dug up the patches of grass that you see like that. I dug them up and flipped them over, and then you can just kind of work them back in. And the hope is when you do that, they will die off. So I ran out of steam. I'm not going to do any more, but this walkway is all prepped. It is all ready to just receive the wood chip. Now, when I say my garden floods, you can see here, that's a little bit left. These entire walkways in the back, so this walkway, and that walkway, all 3 of those flood. So I'm looking at really needing to create some sort of really good system underneath. And that's why I'm really going to the trouble of putting in like sticks and straw. And down here I actually have sticks and rocks underneath the straw. And then the straw will be topped with wood chip. And here I will probably put a ton of sticks in before I lay down anything else. These rows might get some cardboard because of all the water. They get so many weeds, and it just becomes more than I can really tackle. Happy birds, happy birds. All right, so things are looking good. What else did I want to show you? Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you was some of these tulips are not surviving this wind very well. You can see them blowing. I think these are the Parissima. These are sadly kind of getting done in. These here get more wind than these. Yeah, it's too bad. I've got more winter sowing jugs that need to move to the backyard. The pods are doing good. And we've got, there's a petal. You can see a petal, blue. And I'm holding my hat on. More tulips coming up. It's pretty exciting. But the wind is definitely not helping. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to you from the car as I just walked by the tulips. I am on my way to go pick up Chloe from the train station. She's coming home for the weekend, and I just can't get over this wind. I can't get over it. We're already in a windy area. This is next level. You can hear the wind gust before it comes. At least that's my interpretation of it. Anyway, just a quick video today to say hi and show you what we're thinking about, what's about to take place soon, like the orchard, and more projects to come as soon as this wind calms down. If you enjoyed the video, giving it a thumbs up is really helpful for the channel. If you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe and stay in touch. And if you are already part of this community, leave a comment. Tell me what things you're working on. How's the weather for you these days? I know that we talk a lot about the weather in these last kind of like moments before that final frost date, but it's exciting. We're all watching the weather. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Off to the train.